Welcome. This is my channel, Bug in the Woods. My name is Bug, and today I'll be showing you all the attacks I've done this year in Artfight. If you don't know what Artfight is a month-long event that happens throughout the month of July, where artists get to attack one another by drawing or using another creative medium to recreate each other's OCs. Let's get into the attacks I've done this year. So, before I get to the next speed paint, I just wanted to tell you about the creator. This next creator is going to be IRL Peach Tea, and here on screen you're going to have all their socials, and the socials will be in the description. If you want them, please go follow them. But I'm really excited to get into this next one, so let's get to it. For this first speed paint, I tried to do something new, so I decided to draw their Spider Sona, which their Spider Sona's name is Spring Spider. And I was really excited to do this one because it's also in a color palette that I don't typically draw in, because I tend to draw with a lot of more earthy tones and other things like that, and this one is just, this drawing in general was really out of my comfort zone, which I think really made it be able to pop, and the fact that I had to think a lot about it, but also I just generally think it turned out well in my style, and just being able to draw that little, as this being the first one I did for Artfight, I definitely spent a lot more time on it than I did the other ones, I feel like. Or at least one of the... It was definitely one of the better ones, I feel like, of this year of Artfight. And on to the next speed paint. This next speed paint, I did a mass attack, which wasn't a terribly a lot of characters, but I decided to try to recreate that Spider-Man meme. So I decided to draw 3 different Spider Sonas of people's. And I also have the social links to all 3 of these creators. I sadly was only able to find Artfight profiles for 2 out of 3 of them, but one of them has an Instagram that will be down in the description. But one of them will have some social links down in the description, but they will all have Artfight profiles also attached. In this drawing, it was definitely challenging for me since I don't tend to do a lot of art pieces that involve more than one character. I don't just have characters interacting a lot, which I definitely do need to work on, and that's kind of why I wanted to draw a scene where multiple characters were interacting, and this was definitely a really good chance to take. And even though it's not one of my best pieces, I feel like, it definitely got me out of my comfort zone and allowed me to figure certain things out and learn something new. Even though I don't personally think it's the greatest thing, it definitely allowed me to make more progress and learn new things in my artwork. Now on to the last and final attack I did this year. This last speed paint I did was something that I also wanted to do out of my comfort zone, but something that was also different from the last 2. So for this one, I decided to do something by drawing a furry, which is something that but also to make it a little bit harder on myself, I also decided to make it a small animation. Not very complicated. It was only 2 seconds long, but it still allowed me to do something that was a little bit more complex, and also allowed me to get into something that was a little bit different from the other 2. But I also had a lot of fun with this one. It got me to do something that I really enjoy to do, but also is semi time consuming, since animation does tend to take a good chunk of time, especially if it's 2D frame by frame animation. This year, I decided to only do 3 Artfight attacks since I was 100% feeling burnt out by the third one. But I also had a lot of fun, and I didn't want to burn myself out of them. So for this year of Artfight, I just decided to do only 3 Artfight attacks, especially with the fact that during that last Artfight attack, hopefully you guys have a good time watching this video, and I will see you next time on Buggin' in the Woods. Thank you very much.